Hey guys, today we're starting a new mini-series. I'm going to be going through documenting the different aspects of Spacehuhn's Deauther 2.0, which is a project I'm really excited about. It allows you to deauth Wi-Fi, which is a bit different than jamming, but is relatively similar. Today we're going to be going over the installation of the software, which can seem to be a daunting task, but it really isn't all that difficult. So, let's get started. So, what is the difference between a deauther and a jammer? A deauther sends deauthentication frames to devices, either individually or to all that are connected to a network. This is due to a flaw in the way Wi-Fi disconnection is handled. Normally, when you disconnect from a network, the router that sends your device a legitimate deauthentication frame to alert it that it is no longer on that network. What we're doing is sending these frames to devices that didn't ask for them, effectively disconnecting them from the networks they're attached to. You can do this kind of attack using the Aircrack NG suite and an injection-capable Wi-Fi adapter, but Spacehuhn figured out that you could put it onto an ESP8266, which is an extremely cheap Internet of Things development board. Now, a jammer is a kind of device that outputs random interference onto a frequency range, which makes the signal for a device trying to read that band completely muddled. There's quite a difference between the two. So, let's clone the repository. Click on Code, then Releases, and pick the latest bin file. I'm not able to access the Deauther 2.0 repo pre-release, but Spacehuhn is going to be able to migrate it over to the old repo, and the process will be exactly the same over there. Now that we have the code, it's time to look at hardware. I'm going to be using a NodeMCU, which is an IoT development board you can pick up for about $3. However, as long as the device has an ESP8266 and a USB jack, you should be good. I recommend the NodeMCU, as it has more than enough RAM and power for us to use, but I've also used the Wemos D1 Mini without problems. Now it's time to upload. If you're on Windows, you can use NodeMCU Flasher, which is a GUI tool. There are plenty of tutorials out there for it. Basically, you just point it towards the bin file and hit flash. However, I prefer ESP2.py. It's cross-platform and works for Windows, Mac, and Linux. It can flash more than just a NodeMCU, but it's command line interface only, unless you use the GUI version. Since I'm on Linux, I'm going to get ESP2 through a pip install ESP2. Now we're ready to flash the board. I'm going to take a second now to recommend that you read through the wiki on Deauther 2.0. The documentation is written pretty well if I say so myself, even though it might be biased because I helped Spacehuhn write it. It has everything you would need to know about the program, including all the serial commands and information about features. If you have any problems, read through the troubleshooting page. It has all the info you need. Now that my little announcement is out of the way, let's flash the board. Plug in the board, and then open a new terminal window and navigate to Downloads, or wherever you stored the bin file. Now I'm going to open an instance of the Arduino IDE and check Tools, Ports. I'm going to take a note of what this port is. In my case, it's dev TTY USB 1. Since we know the port, it's time to write the main command. It's ESP2.py TACP, that's dev /TTY USB 0, or wherever the port is, write _flash TACFM QIO 0x0000 ESP8266 Deauther.bin. The TACP flag specifies port, write flash is the mode, TACFM is flash mode, in which case we're selecting QIO. If you have problems, chances are the flash went wrong somewhere. Try it again. If that doesn't work, change this to DIO. The hexadecimal number, 0x0000, is the flash location, and the last part is the name of our bin file. That's it, not too bad, right? Now that it's finished, it's time to test it out. Open the Arduino IDE and click on the serial monitor. Change the baud rate to 115,200 and enable carriage return. Now we should see some output. Click on the text box in the top and type in sysinfo. We should get some input back from the Deauther. It works! Now that it's finished, it's time to show you one of my favorite little Easter egg commands. Type in chicken. You should get a picture of a big chick. Well, that concludes this video. I'll continue with showing you how to use Deauther 2.0 next week. Make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Check out Spacehuhn on GitHub and Twitter, and if you want to chat or have issues, join his Discord server, whose link is in the description below. See you guys in the next one.